Hey guys, I'm your host 88 aka Anand. Let's begin the MITV tutorial with the legendary Tombow dual brush pens. And also this is a great deal of success that I obtained, and you can even check my Instagram at to see what I made with them. And also don't worry if you don't have this type of Tombow, you can even use an ordinary sketch like this, or even cheaper than this, because I prefer the Tombow because it has the variations of brown color, but it is also having a light brown and a dark brown. So if you don't have this, you can actually buy this one. Well, okay then put this aside and let's bring the next ingredient, that is color pen. I mean pen pencil, or what do you have? I have a typical kind of pencil I have, which has to be sharpened enough, so there might be no problem. Well, I actually prefer this type of pen pencils because usual pencils broke so easily. The needle, then we have to sharpen again. It consumes so many time. We have to make this quick so that we can change if it's broken or anything happens to it. Okay, let's bring out next ingredient to make money in the bank briefcase, which is the green CD marker, so that I can make my custom more attractive to you. I'm not saying to buy any type of companies, any company you can take, but it should be a green and a black CD marker, which is important, which I will show you later on this video. Let me put it aside. And then of course we need a big scale. If you have small, you can use, I don't have an option, so I have to use big ones because I have only big ones. Let's set him aside and take the next ingredient, which is the most important ingredient, that is scissors. Absolutely, because without scissors you can't even cut the cardboard pieces of your shape, which you need to make a briefcase. So it is needed and you should take it. And next is a yellow insulation tab to make a money in the bank logo for our briefcase. And of course, to cover it all up, we need a big cello tab. Well, I don't know what it calls. I mean, transparent cello tab. I don't know what. It should be bigger than the actual yellow insulation tab, so I prefer the big ones. Okay baby, now it's the most important, I say important ingredient of making this MIT briefcase, that is cardboard. Any cardboard which has to be more of a thickened one. I am using this because I like to do a thing with this, and this was supposed to be a waste, but I took it and recycled it. Also, I am not preferring any type of cardboard. You can choose whatever you are, just like this, but it should be a little thick than the usual cardboard. And next, of course, we have to implement the color of MITB of these ears, that is green, and I have this cello tab, I guess, whatever you say, but it has a different peculiarity than the others because it is a reflector actually, and it reflects the light when the light is onto it, so I will show you later. And if you have these 10 objects and a creative mindset, anyone can make this briefcase just like that. So without wasting any time, let's begin. Well, This is a tricky thing to do, but this is the main course. You have to take those cotton cardboards in contact with each other and stick a cello tab just like that. For this, you should have at least patience. Without patience, you won't be. You will be irritated with this and you just drop the full idea, because this is the most irritating part. I promise you that. Make sure it stays stable, otherwise you won't get the result that should be. If the cardboard seems too short, then don't worry, you can recut it until it fills the size to your satisfaction. Then you can cut out the leftover piece with scissors, and after joining it with the transparent cello tab, it will look like a briefcase. Then what you should do is to take the cello tab and cover its edges to stick it, which you cut before, just like that. If you follow my recent steps, it will look like this. Now what you should do is the leftover you cut before, the cardboard pieces, you have to cut those into 4 little pieces and join it with one single cello tab, and do this 2 times and put them aside. The briefcase is not a briefcase until you give it the money in the bank look by giving the color. So cut down with the scissors and just do like this. On the first you have to do it with the front, then the rest part. Again I am saying, do it calmly, don't rush. There's a saying in Hindi called Jaldi ka kaam shaitan ka hota hai. Now follow the same steps which I shown in the front to the back. Now the back and forth is completed, the top and the edges has to be completed too. So pick out, first measure it with the black 3D marker and cut it out, and don't feel bad if it's not fully maintained. You can cut another one, just like what happened to me. The briefcase is not yet the briefcase until you give it an handle, and to give it an handle, first you have to do is take out the yellow insulation tab and fold it 4 times, and also mold it into the way that I am doing right now. And also don't forget to install 2 openers of the briefcase. After doing it, take a huge slice of yellow insulation tab and stick right between the briefcase. Yep, now it looks like a briefcase. Well, it's a final showdown. And I skipped the part where I make the money in the bank, but as you can see there's a reflector. Comment below, what do you prefer, with or without reflector?